Mouth full of delicious meat.
I should have went live with that. What's going on, Matt? Matt, you there?
Burger.
Oh, you eating a burger? Is it a good burger, Matt?
It's very good. Very
It's
good.
a very good burger. Let's start the show, bitches.
Cram that
That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me
Good burger.
Oh, just let me
Shut up,
That
fraud.
clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Oh, just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Fucking live from the heart of your episodes on minute.
Like a fucking pace.
YouTube broadcasting all little It's the original Sunday! I'm gonna start calling it that. It's original Sunday. Jesus, Skinny is real. Skinny or Jeff. You are, actually.
Woo! Yeah, actually, I'm weighing less than Jeff nowadays.
You weigh, he does weigh less than you.
Oh, yeah.
Correct.
You're all bulked up. What do you weigh?
222.
We're about the same.
You weigh, oh,
We're about
wow.
the same. 220.
That's amazing. And what do you eat?
But I'm making my final push. I'm going to 200.
What do you eat? I just need fucking food. Like, what can I eat every day? Right? Because I just need food. I don't even have to taste good.
It's not about what you eat. It's about what you don't eat. I just straight up like cut out.
That's all right. What don't you eat? What's out of the question?
So basically, if it tastes good, I spit it the fuck out and set it on fire.
You don't have to do that.
Can you name something?
You don't.
You don't have to do that.
What I do is I go to fresh fruits and stuff like that. I really cut out all processed stuff. I keep it as natural as possible. I inject some protein. If I can afford protein shakes, I do protein shakes. First form, preferably, of course. First form,
Thank you, Dave.
Preferably. You're welcome, buddy. And really, it's just about cutting out shit. No soda, nothing. Drinks, man.
I'm kind of done with soda.
Just drinking water.
The drinks is what'll get you.
It'll get you every time.
The
The biggest thing for me,
more so than the other stuff. Yeah.
15,000 steps a day minimum. That's my target because I can't work out. I can't pump iron. I can't pump myself up or any of that.
See, I could still do that. I'm such a pussy.
Just
you know, I did my boxing training, my VR boxing training. I enjoy that.
Did you break anything?
What's that?
Did you break anything?
No. That was 2 years ago. You know, I punched a fucking.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I know. That's why
that was a brand new monitor too. It was only like a month, 3-year-old. 20 feet, like I got a better monitor at it, but I really felt stupid when I did that.
Well, yeah. It's
that was like that was a 140 hertz, and I got it like, but it gave me an excuse to buy a 240. Not too many people have 240s, you know.
No.
Yeah, this is a 240. Yeah.
Oh my God. So what? You picked it back up. You decided to see if you can be champ once again, heavyweight champ of the world.
No, I was trying to fucking lose some weight, so I did a fucking quick workout for 10 minutes because I had stopped doing them for a while. They're pretty, I put,
Is it good? Is it a good workout? I mean, can you really get something out of it?
You know what? If I think it's good, it's probably a good warm up, and then I'm sure if I did it for like an hour, it'd be decent, and then I should probably back it up with a good fucking mile walk.
Yeah.
But
I really do believe intake. Cut the intake down. Really look at what you eat and go from there. That's
you know what happens with that? It's like I remember Jeff sent a bunch of stuff over. Like here's what to eat, and Andy takes one look at it and says, "Well, I already feed you that, right?" And she ordered McDonald's the next day. Like she should get like personal. I was like, the guy knows he's doing it for a living now. He's like, he's not a fucking I go, just pushing 30. He's not a stupid kid anymore. He's like,
been there 5 years,
and then I come
He's
home
been
and
there
there's like,
5 years.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's going up at 10.
Speaking of that, for being there for 5 years, hold up.
Look at this. He got a parting gift, or not parting gift, but he got a 5-year super go on 50 fucking years.
Yeah. So working
so
here
much,
for 5 years, those who work there for 5 years, you get to create you get to customize a pair of cowboy boots.
Shit kickers! Woo!
All right, that makes me want to be fat. Jesus, you look ridiculous.
I want to see him line dance in it. It'll be amazing.
No, I ain't lying. Get away, Revo.
Shit.
No, I
Come
ain't
on,
lying.
heel toe, do-si do. Come on, Jeffy,
No,
let's go.
no.
Yeah, it'll be great.
All right, the topic at hand. I don't know if my co-host here, even though they're the original co-host, I don't know if you're going to be terribly interested in this. I'm going to try to keep it, like, you guys all know my politics. I'm not going to fucking like hide. I'm trying to. I'm really going at this as a drama tuber because I think it's just that simple. It's just that simple. Now, of course, Steven Crowder, he is probably the YouTuber face of conservatism. I think he sucks. He's not funny. I have a bias. I never thought he was that funny. I was like, great. If he gets more people fucking voting for low taxes, super. You know, that's the way I always felt with low taxes. But something always rubbed me the wrong way about Steven Crowder. Okay.
His face.
So,
punchable.
I thought he was apolitical. That was a goodbye by God.
No, I just got. He has a punchable face. I don't care about his politics.
I thought he was.
Very
well, then
punchable face.
it's funny. I know he deceptively edited. He got in a fight with like a union guy, right? Like we're talking like 7-8 years ago or something like that. And strangely enough, the Amazing Atheist pointed it out that like the way he edited it, it looks like the guy just won't hold off and hit him. No, Crowder was fucking with this guy. He pushed him like far beyond. And believe me, I believe in Crowder's pop. I'm not the biggest union guy in the world. I think because my own personal experience with them in New Jersey, they're corrupt.
Sure.
But this like particular man, like I think he had every right to punch from probably not legally, but bro code. You deserve what you got, bitch.
So basically, he fucked around and found out.
Yes. He was an older guy too. He was like a guy in his late 50s, and you could tell he was kind of like old. He was probably somebody like he might be somebody like a grandfather's union, you know?
Right.
Yeah, like not the guy, you know. And
they never are.
And like I said, I'm not, you know. So I think when I saw that, it really bothered me. Amazing the Atheist pointed out. 2016 put me off politics.
I've just never been a big Crowder guy. I just never really found him funny. I'm like with you on that. I just never.
You hate America.
Yeah,
I'm American hating son of a bitch. You know those American hating soldiers are the worst.
I hate
worst.
I hate. They are out there. The American. They are.
Oh, I know.
They are out there.
In fact, I got a story to tell you one day. I got approached by a group of one. Yeah, a group of one.
Oh,
really? The non-violent anti-soldier soldiers.
But they're also intimidating.
A non-violent soldier.
Yes, non-violent soldiers group.
That happened in Connecticut? Huh? That happened in Connecticut?
Yeah, this happened in my pawn shop. Yeah, this guy came in and tried to. He's like, "You're a veteran, right?" Because I was wearing my hat. Yeah. He was like, "Well, did you know that war is murder?" I'm like,
"Yes,
really?
I did. In fact, get the fuck out of you. You imagine if I was there? You imagine if I was there when it happened?" Oh, I would have lost my mind.
I was like, "Where'd you go to basic training? Where did they
war is murder? Yeah.
Where did you not learn this?
If I drop you in the shop, it's also murder? What else you got to know?
Floors are hard. Water is wet.
Hard.
Water is wet.
Knives hurt.
Fucking assholes. And people should hit the like button in the chat right now. That's another fact of life. That's what.
That is true.
So I like Shapiro. Runs something called the Daily Wire. Has been very successful. I enjoy his stuff. I'll be transparent. He's educated. He's a well-educated guy. I think he was a musician prodigy when he was younger. I mean, he references a lot of things that that are not just like conservative talking points. He's not just a YouTuber. There's more going on. So I personally prefer that. If you want the more down-to-earth Crowder stuff, yeah, go ahead. Feel free, but there's always like something fake about that dude, So I'm probably more conservative than Crowder, and that's in that regard,
That's fair.
So what I hear was they apparently, his contract with the Daily Wire finished up, and apparently he's offered $50 million. But
how long was he there for?
There are, I don't know how long he was in Blaze. There are some like sort of caveats that if he gets a strike, he might have to pay $100,000, $50 million. Like you get a strike, and he presented it as, which I thought was really bad faith. Shapiro is working with big tech, like Susan and him are like tight, and that divides the audience rather than this is an unfair contract or this is the stuff that young conservative content creators have to put up with. They can get trapped in a bad contract. Like, who can't? I could show you esports guys that can't. You can always
remember
say,
the days of,
I'm not signing that line. You can always do that. But he presented it as these groups of conservatives are traitors. And I smelled a motherfucking monkey rat. This looked to me, and I've been doing this a long time, like a move. That's what it looks like to me. A very typical. You collab. Keemstar taught me this. You collab with somebody, you start drama with them, and you make it look like they started it first. I repeat, that's what this looks like. Yeah, and there's a couple weird things like I hate to do this, but I had to record him. What? What do you mean you had to record? How did you know he's going to say something incriminating? And then there's also the registration of the website that he was promoting. Like, let's fight him. Let's fight against the big con, And he registered it before he came through with this. So it looks like like he's making a YouTube move. He's trying to take your when you share an audience with something. Like me and you could do that to each other. It's like a really lousy, rotten fucking thing to do. It's evil.
Well, remember in the early days where it was fun to have play fights? Remember Soul Crushing Radio? That's how we met them.
That's not. I never said don't go there. They're bad guys category, or anything.
But I'm saying, I know it's not the same thing. That was in good spirit. It was but fun.
I don't think that's what's going on here. I think this is I'm trying to split the thing, divide and conquer. That's what I think this is. And it's been done. We literally reported on it. Leafy Grade versus Keem. That was divide and conquer. It failed. Long term it failed. I think this was going to happen to Steven. So I thought we'd watch a video and decide if Mike, you can tell me I'm nuts. Well, that's what I see. I have not seen all of this bits and pieces, but I know the beats and the play by play. And I'm kind of interested to see what you say. And the other thing is, there's not a fucking lot going on.
Yeah, no. Shit, Jeffy, get your fucking ears up.
All right. So, he does have a punchable face. You're right.
I'm telling you, the fucking but that would be most of my fucking insight, Tom.
One of the things with this contract, he's using the contract against Daily Wire. Tim Pool pointed this out. He's like, the contract is really a consequence of the way the YouTube runs their business. It's not so much we're trying to get conservatives to go along with the because it does seem kind of fucked up. If you speak out, YouTube can hit you, and then you got to pay your bot, you got to pay your company. You're supposed to be protected. That's the reason you join. You get protection. Somebody like him that makes the money, he can go, I'm not paying you $100,000 every time I get a strike. Get the fuck out of here. Not doing it. You want me or not? They were able to give him $50 million. But you know what? I think he said, I can make more than $50 million if I take your fans. That's what it sounds like to me. Let's listen to Steven Crowder, everybody.
They don't get deals that...
They can be wage slaves for a little bit, come over and make a salary and grow their brand.
So he's making it... Now this is dramatic production.
Yeah, he's even... And
another thing is, how did he know to record this? He put this out on Twitter, this exact thing out on Twitter, and said, I hate to do this. How did you know to record it? Why is it in a Walkman from the 1980s? Or is that just a prop?
That's probably. I hope that's a prop. It's really good audio. If it's not, that fucking thing should come back.
I'm gonna say, if that's not a prop, give me one.
It's fucking beautiful, man. I had one when I was a kid, Jeffy. Those things still sell pretty well too. When you
really? I bet they do. Yeah. A lot of memories.
It's the Macaulay Culkin one from Home Alone 2.
Oh, really? A lot of memories in those.
They can be wage slaves for a little bit. They can be wage.
What he's talking about, and God, I think Tim kind of backed this up too. Like when he went to not the Vice, he had to kind of get fucked to come out the other end. That's a lot of businesses. You got to go in and get fucked over for your work for a while. I don't know.
It does happen sometimes.
And the guy was referring to up and comers, and I don't buy this. Like, I'm doing this for you guys. I'm like, I don't buy that. You're a YouTuber, dude. So yeah, I guarantee the Daily Wire has a bunch of unfair rules, right? And a business is trying to fuck over the guy they're signing as much as they possibly can to save every bit of dime of money, and that's what they're doing. I guarantee you that's the case. That's all businesses. And he's presenting it like they're working with Susan Wojcicki. I'm sorry, that's bad faith. Let's watch some of this crap. Wage slaves. You got
God bless the talk boy. Those things are worth like $5,000 now. It's an expensive gag. So didn't want to have to do
it.
You're right.
Daily Wire outed themselves very, very quickly. And sure enough,
I think you did. I kind of think you did, you know?
if you see all of the people who work there, some of whom I have relationships with, they immediately
Not anymore.
tried to make this all about money. Here's
It's a contract. It is all about money. Oh, well, let me guess.
Money and time.
Yeah, let me guess. He's going to make this, but I'm doing this for you.
Contracts are literally about money and time. That's
outta
the point
here.
of a
Yeah.
fucking contract.
Yeah,
To
problem.
establish
There are a few-
amount of money.
no, this
and
is
the
it's
amount of
so
time. Length of
obviously
time.
a fucking move. You know, it's funny. Like, Willie Mack wrote me and he said, like, what's this about? I didn't get a chance. And Keem was like, I'll tell you. So Keem smells the same. Keem probably, if I had to guess, smells the same thing. He's probably the one guy more qualified than me to smell a YouTube scumbag. And smelled Cronin
He's the one who
immediately.
taught you. Shit. He's your sister. Sidious and
He
shit.
smelled
man.
Cronin immediately. Remember that?
problems. And I'll go through
No
with
one's
some
doing
receipts.
Cronin.
No, he smelled that. Like, he dealt with Cronin like he knew him.
Yeah, you might as well have, to be honest.
Yeah, right.
Everything that was said about negotiations, how they transpired, beyond the numerical value, which is true and I'll get to, everything else is untrue. I don't really want to get into that. It's completely irrelevant. Here's why.
What?
Go back to the 20-something minute video, 30-minute video. You've never heard me say or write anywhere online that these offers weren't paying enough money. Why? Because it's not about the money. It's kind of unreal to me that the only thing
This could be a huge gap if you outdo, if you take their fans, if you outdo them, you don't have to pay them. You don't have to work for them. You could take all the money yourself. So it still really could be about the money. If you become more popular than Daily Wire, it could be about the money. I see what he's doing. He's like, everybody's talking about this $50 million, right? And that's what they're making now. You're being well paid. I'm doing this because the contracts are fair for everybody. I'm self-sacrificing. I'm sorry. This guy's comes off like a huge phony to me. I'm not
Kevin
buying
Nash
that.
and Scott Hall, baby.
I think
the market.
I think he's taking I think he's literally doing an op. This is an op to make more money. More than $50 million a year.
It could be, man, just like wrestling shit, dude. You know who I am, but you don't know why I'm here.
Yeah, well, exactly. Bingo.
these people can still talk about is the money. The conversation was about conservatism, the movement, and big tech. They keep talking about money. I'm talking about a country. I'm talking about a movement.
You're Canadian. Shut the fuck up.
I'm talking about making a difference.
He looks Canadian.
He is Canadian.
He looks
Canadian.
it.
He's half, I should say. But
It's not about the money, and Jeremy and the Daily Wire know that. How do I know they know that?
ooh, you hear that, Matt?
He's eating
Matt,
a burger.
Where's
He's
Matt?
not-
I'm here.
Did you hear what he said?
he's
You
here.
hear what he just said? So Matt, Steve,
Yeah.
Steve, I didn't know about this. Steve will kind of turn on Jeremy because Jeremy was initially like, "Oh, Crowder's got him. He's got old Shecky over in the Daily Wire. You know, he's got him. But and then he's like, why did he record his call? Like, this is a lot of money. And then now we get this
Money, and Jeremy and the Daily Wire know that.
So let me guess. Even though Jeremy's been pro Crowder, Jeremy didn't run enough cover for Steven Crowder. This is like it feels like a Keemstar move, you know?
Is he talking about?
He's talking about quartering.
Oh, okay.
And quartering initially came out, and then like what happens? Everybody's got a problem with this recording.
No, Tommy, Jeremy.
I had a feeling he was talking about the guy from.
Oh,
The Wire. Yeah, I don't think he was talking about
no,
quartering.
wrong Jeremy. No, scratch everything I said. The guy's name happens to be German too.
Yeah, that's what I was hearing,
I
too.
did. I forgot about that. Yeah. You're right. I apologize. Scrap everything. I thought he was talking about Jeremy, the other Jeremy.
His name is actually Jeremy
Yeah.
Boring.
What is it?
Jeremy Boring.
Jeremy
Fuck
Boring.
off.
Yeah, it
Jeremy
is.
Boring.
It is.
Fuck off.
I knew
That's
that actually, and
amazing.
I fucked it up. I thought he was talking about Jeremy. I also got the
There's a
timeline
lot of
fucked
jokes
up.
you could have made there, Tommy.
Yeah.
How do I know they know that? Because after, according to what he said, I walked away from the offer. I did place one more call to the Daily Wire, and I made it very, very clear that it wasn't about money. That was not the topic of conversation.
Maybe they don't believe you. Like, how is that? Maybe they just don't believe you. Crowder and Brittany Benny had
possible.
kids. Their eyes would be correct distance apart. Terrible. We love Brittany Benny here. Do you know Brittany Benny got fucking clipped off of YouTube, and I guess Jeremy did too, because they goofed on Elon Musk's friend or something, like posted a fucking public video. Unbelievable. Jeremy's suspended, and so is Brittany.
Why? Elon wouldn't care.
No, apparently he does, because this woman says, she got him banned. If Elon doesn't want you on the platform, it's nowhere near as bad as it was. But if Elon personally doesn't like you, he'll throw you out. He's not a free speech guy, not 100%. Can't say it for sure. I'll still take Elon off the last guys, but but if he personally doesn't like you, yeah, he'll throw you off.
He's an action justifier. He'll
yeah.
do what he does, man,
Somebody
he'll make
knows him
reasons
and throws you. He did the Brittany Benny's. That's enough for me.
There was zero, as they've tried to portray this, miscommunication. It was one last call where the only thing that I asked for, my only demand, was their word, and not even for me, but for other people coming up facing these kinds of contracts.
Let's say it's a kid who comes in with 500,000 YouTube subscribers or something like that, 100,000. Let's say it's some other kid you're paying six
You knew he was recording him when he did this.
figures to come in and do it.
Absolutely.
He knew he was recording him. He knew he was.
Yep.
It just smells op.
There's not the penalty
knew
of the
the narrative that he
demonetization or if they're
wanted to
removed from
control.
iTunes, Apple.
Okay, let me explain what he's talking about. If you lose, the contract's ridiculous. I mean, if you're up and coming, like, he could eat it. A guy like Jeremy, but a new guy is definitely gonna. It's gonna be tough to make money. I don't know if you had 500,000 subs. I don't know why you'd sign with any of these assholes.
Is it a scale though? Like, obviously.
Yeah, it would probably be
50 million.
scaled. Yeah, it's scaled, but still,
Yeah.
that scale, even if it's scaled, like, let's say you have to give the company $1,000 instead of 100,000. That's a lot of money if you're only making like fucking 10 grand a month or 5 grand a month. You know?
Does he ever talk about what the offer is from? What was the offer? From the company?
Yes, they do. And his
Good fucking Christ! Thank God
what he talks about is stuff like this. What he's saying is, like, there's stuff in the contract that makes it easier. They're kind of capitulating to Sozin, and like if you lose if you get a strike, you owe them money. And that is kind of a ridiculous rule. You know?
Oh, absolutely.
But I mean, I think if I had to guess, that's the same one at the Blaze. That's the same one at Timcast IRL. And I think because of the way the market is, the way YouTube does things, and they can just strike you down for no fucking reason, I think it kind of creates that environment. So the enemy still is them. So what he's trying to do, because he's trying to get a little bigger than Mug Club, because he's trying to, he's making a run at it. That's what it looks like. And he's not smart. So he's doing it through YouTube drama, because he is just a YouTuber at the end of the day. And he's going up against guys that have educations, and then he's like, hey, you're on my turf. I'm the conservative YouTuber. I'm the first guy here. So he's going to play YouTube games. That's the way I'm reading it. That's my opinion.
YouTube.
Yeah, sure there would be.
And here's something.
And the fact that he's trying to plead to me is just really just... I'm not buying it.
else. I was also very measured. I was painstakingly clear in taking myself off the table because it wasn't going to be a right fit. That happens in business all the time. But that we weren't talking about me. We were talking about the futures of other people who could potentially be in that position, that very disconcerting position. No miscommunication.
Can you check if Daily Wire's losing subs?
Sure.
I don't know why I didn't think to do this before.
If you want all these changes, why wouldn't you also ask for some sort of role in like the creating of these contracts or something like that? Like do something where you'll actually be affecting change. Have a plan. Show it.
No,
as well.
he's affecting change. He
just lip
changed his
service,
wallet
man.
when he takes up all their fans. They start going, "You're a sellout. You sold out to Susan."
Right.
You know,
because
that's what
unless
he's
he fucking
doing. You
signed
know?
his contract for zero.
Yeah, I'm not buying this at all.
Yeah, I don't think he's working for free now.
I take it as he wants the big money. That's what it looks like to me. He wants like 50 million. I'm not talking. I want hundreds of millions. I want it for myself. I want it for me. You know,
he's just betting on himself.
Yeah. That's what I think. That's what it feels like. You don't get to the top of fucking YouTube by taking not taking chances.
No, they haven't lost any subs from what
They haven't lost any subs. It's kind of. Well, he's supposedly going on Timcast. That'd be fascinating.
Unless there's another channel. Is it Daily Wire Plus or is it another
I don't know.
channel?
I'm looking over here. I don't see shit.
Come on there,
Daily Wire.
fucking social blade.
I don't know. Somebody knows.
If it's Daily Wire Plus, then they haven't lost subs.
Yeah, lost subs.
Crowder has no effect.
Might be interesting.
Crowder
I was told he was
uses-
losing subs. Hold on a second. Let's go to the Daily Wire fucking main site, and I'll put that in there.
It was a non-effective special attack.
Daily Wire Plus. Okay, you said Daily Wire Plus is no loss, right?
No loss. Not seeing anything.
Okay. Is there any other Daily Wires? Is there a Ben Shapiro channel? Oh no, I don't want the Young Turks. I'm fucking
Young Turks, yeah,
I have
woo!
fucking IQ over 100. Jesus Christ.
Have they died out completely yet? My God.
No, they got big lefty money going in there, so they'll never totally die.
Big lefty money.
They're a lot of fun.
Let's check Shapiro. Did he lose subs? He's got his own channel. Okay. Let's see how that goes. Let's take a look. No, that didn't even. Channel
What's
5.
Benny
I put
Boy
I put Ben Shapiro's URL and I get fucking Andrew Callahan. Yeah. Maybe that'll mean something down the road.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Let's think. Maybe,
Ineffective.
No, it doesn't seem it. He definitely split. I mean, I see a lot of people complaining about it, but I gotta be honest.
What's the
I
chat
see more,
saying?
and I would say if I was like losing
Comment
or something
section.
like that, I see more people saying like the people. This is a real rough surface level. People I know, like fans of the show and fans of ours and Augie or our whole community that I know shit, don't buy him at all. People that are like
just in
conservatives that like, I like Steven Crowder, I like Ben Shapiro, and they're just like, they don't really sub, they type in for the next video. You know, they're not like engaged with the whole, they seem to be pro Crowder. The more ignorant you are about the platform, the more pro Crowder. Also, the younger you are, I noticed too, because it's easy to sell. You sold out. Alex Jones, I'll be honest, Crowder's kind of retarded.
It's kind of retarded. What's the comment section on that video saying? Are they buying it? Is he repressing any comments?
No. It seems like his own audience seems to be, they're buying it.
Interessante.
Well, let's look at this here. I don't think this went the way Crowder thought it would. Yeah, the recording, even Jeremy said, quartering Jeremy said, I was like, I've had a lot of private conversations with him over the years. And like, it kind of makes you wonder. It's like, I'm really having a tough time defending this. You know? Yeah,
I mean, it doesn't sound very lock solid. At the very least, it sounds half cocked. Like, I get what I can't even say that. I can't even get the essential point, because unless he's going to work for free, which I doubt.
These aren't fucking super. Hey, Crowder released the whole conversation. Did he? Maybe he did. Oh, 5-second sound bites are usually taken out of context. Yeah, he would be somebody to complain about something like that.
That's the point.
How can you speak to Jeremy to pick up the phone? How can you ask Jeremy to pick up the phone after recording the last personal conversation without his consent? If a friend betrayed me like that, I'd block their number until they meet face to face and apologize. The Crowder effect.
Embodied by his chat.
Yeah, this is not. But his ratio is kind of rough. It's 117K to up to 23K down, and that's conservative because I have this thing called Return the YouTube Dislike. So the only that means 23K with that fucking thing voted it down.
Damn.
So it could be a lot more.
Damn.
In fact, it probably is. But also, you can say the same thing about the likes.
It's his punchable face, if I had to guess. It really is knocking
I
people.
wish they never got rid of the dislike button. That was the worst thing ever. Yeah, that was.
I don't like it gone either.
It's the White House. The White House had something to do with that.
I want a maybe button. Give me an button. I
like that idea. Yeah.
What would that be like? Would that just be like a thumb to the side?
No,
it's just like kind of
person shrugging. No, it's a person shrugging. Yeah.
A little wave. Have like a little Michael J. Fox hand trembling.
Nice.
Just like buttons, the middle finger.
Yeah, middle buttons. I wonder if that would be good to get an idea. I think I would get a lot of those. Great.
I mean, how many
hate
videos do you go? Boom.
That's why. That's why it wouldn't work. It makes sense.
Send me a check, Susan.
Well, the other thing is the add buttons. If they remove the dislike, then it would become the default dislike. Yeah.
Oh, true. You know, you got to bring them all back. That middle button's got. If there's no middle, it's not the middle button. It has to be the middle button. So, all three must return.
Crowder, it's not about the money. Also, Crowder, just tell me you won't penalize someone with less money if you show their money. Crowder, it's not about business. Pick up the phone, Jeremy. I want to fix your business model, and then it's over. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. First of all, people that are friendly, he's trying to make this out like, look, I broke my friendship with this guy because he's screwing you. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, first of all, the people that are listening to you, I'm sure you have a lot of wannabe Steven Crowders in the crowd. I mean, and people that want to do their own thing or what have you. It's probably like 10% tops. That's probably of your audience that wants to like go to the next level with this shit. You know?
Yeah, you're speaking to a pretty niche group.
I bet I have a higher percentage of people that want to break in than he does.
Oh, yeah.
Percentage.
Yeah,
now, obviously, he probably has more people. I bet I do.
More people, but your percentage. I agree with that because there's people are here in these communities more for passion.
Yeah, they have their own YouTube channels. They might not be as successful or what have you, but they're looking for insight. That's why they're here a lot of times. Yeah. Well, like they love I don't have a lot of subs, but like 10,000 subs when I first started seemed like think about it, 100K.
Astronomical.
Astronomical.
Get close. Yeah.
Still, it takes a little bit of accomplishment to do that.
Hell yeah.
Now, let's listen to this.
Sometimes it takes 10 fucking years.
What I'm talking about is you're describing a model for everyone, not just, let's get rid of me here. Everyone, if there's a penalty for being demonetized on YouTube, because your business model requires that be a huge component of it, you need to change your business model or this movement cannot work, Jeremy. I can't imagine my show trying to come up and be beholden to YouTube advertiser guidelines, let alone, I mean, honestly, being beholden from a conservative entity with hard strikes, right, being removed, but let alone being advertiser friendly. We know how broad those guidelines are. They might as well just read, don't say anything offensive, and they change them at the drop of a hat.
I'm not suggesting that the guidelines aren't terrible. I'm suggesting that if making money off of those platforms is part of how you're justifying the salary you're paying someone, then or the fee I keep saying salary, the fee you're paying someone, then when those go away, everybody loses money. You can't pay the same amount with less.
That makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
It's like, I agree with you. It's fucked up. It's got to fucking change, but this is the reality of the situation. So that's why we're all, because at the end, everybody has to make money. Crowder has to make money. He has to make more money for them than they're giving to him. That's how it works. I think Crowder knows that. I have a tough time believing Crowder doesn't, it seems like, I got to be honest with you, such a left-wing way to attack.
Yeah.
Through you know what this feels like? Hey, they're going to take your Social Security away. Vote Democrat. That's what it feels like.
I thought he was riding on a fucking white horse and shit, but unfortunately,
it's just you're taking Social Security. Don't vote Republican because they hate black people. That's what it seems
the children.
Like. And that's what makes me think that Steven's maybe apolitical. That he doesn't believe in any of this horse shit. And he's not American.
He just might believe in business. Yeah, it's very possible.
Where was he born? I know he's.
I smell Midwestern. I gotta be honest.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah. Self-righteous.
Ohio.
Michigan.
All right, the border.
Michigan.
He's born in Michigan.
One of the worst parts of the fucking Midwest.
Michigan.
God. It's not exactly Ohio, but it's rough times.
No, it's not.
He grew up in Canada.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. He went to school over. And, he was in Quebec.
Oh, so he's
born in Michigan. He moved back to the States when he's 18. I probably would have done that too.
He went to Canadian.
He's only 35.
Yeah,
I mean that. Yeah. Would you rather go to Canadian school or live in Ohio?
Ohio.
Yeah, I think I'd take Ohio. I'd definitely.
Now old days I would have said Canadian schools. Canadian schools are better, but they're a bunch of goddamn Nazis in Canada now. So not anymore.
I like to wrestle, and I don't mind living amongst poor whites. I'm going Ohio.
You like I don't want to be.
I like the poor crazy white stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, you can root for a sports franchise that's going to break your heart.
I want to live in the. No, here's the, I should really. I want to live. I want to be around poor people, but not where I live. I don't want them far fucking away. I want to go to the pubs. I want to go to yeah. But once I go home, like, stay the fuck away from my family.
There's a couple good clubs in Ohio you can go to. You can probably ask FaZe Banks for some good clubs to go in Ohio.
Yeah, that's good.
That's a good old pull right there, goddamn it. That's a good pull.
How about you create a different business model?
Now, I know what some of your...
Where do you get up? Like, sign the contract or don't.
Right.
like, where do you get up telling them how to do shit? It's not about business. Yeah, here's you telling him how to run his business. You know?
Tommy, you know what he sounds like to me?
Yeah.
He sounded like one of my fucking customers at the pawn shop that telling me how much
how to
money
do
I should
shit.
fucking
Yeah.
give them.
Yeah. It's probably in bad faith then, and this is probably in bad faith now.
They
You
give
know?
me at least $150 for this on eBay. Show me where. Now, trust me, man. You can get $150 for this. You know you can. You're just trying to rip me off, man.
Yeah.
You're just trying to rip the people off around here.
I'm so glad I changed my monitor from back to horizontal. I feel like I'm talking to you now because I'm looking right at you. It's much.
Oh, yeah, we have a
yeah. I'm like looking right at you. It's much better. Much better system. I don't know. I don't like this. It's not fun.
Thinking, of course, telling someone else, hey, change your business model. I get it. I'm in no position to say that unless, instead of Monday morning quarterbacking it, here's the thing. I didn't just offer criticisms. I offered a guide.
Wait a minute.
What's your guide?
Wait a minute. You just told me, I might have been out of line. Look what he just said. I might have been out of line telling him it's his business, but I'm still going to do it anyway. Here's the guide.
On how to, here's the deal. I want to sit.
Yeah, I wrote a play. Look, I'm kind of out of line writing a playbook, but here's the playbook. You know? He's a phony, man.
At the table with people who granted.
It's so phony.
I already wrote it, so I might as well.
I know Joey's like flipping. Joey Westside's doing backflips because he hates this guy. Joey hates everybody. Probably because Red Bar doesn't like him. You know, if I did guess. Red Bar doesn't like him.
Have an immense amount of power and have incredibly deep pockets. That is all true, to be clear. And by the way, it's something that I want to have.
You know, why don't you have $50 million, so you must have why don't you sign some talent? See how you have to break down those contracts.
Right.
Yeah, why don't you sign some talent? Maybe that's the plan. You know. Maybe
Next thing he knows, he'll be on Patreon begging people to fucking fund the
like what's it about? Like, why don't you start change the business model? You change the business model. If they offered him 50, he's probably worth more than 10 now. You know. You can start a business with $10 million. You can hire.
Oh hell yeah, you can.
Yeah. How much you want to bet it would be like
the soft eyes too?
How much you want to bet the only way to make money would be like to lock them into some crazy ass contract like that?
It'll end up being.
Yeah.
It'll end up being.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't you
shit.
do it.
Oh man, I'm getting taken
Don't you fall on
advantage of
your
by these
sword
first
there,
3 people
hero.
I hired.
Yeah. This is too funny. And all the lefties are having a fucking blast with this shit, of course. You know, they're all.
Hell yeah.
They're all
How could they not?
jumping up and down. Yeah,
Can you imagine the first 3 people that he were to hire and he doesn't like lock him into some sort of a contract that he gets completely ass raped?
I hope they record the conversation, go to YouTube, and say Rob, or he's a lousy boss.
Holy shit!
On our side of the aisle, but I offered a guide on how to do it. It is incumbent. This is what this is about. It is incumbent upon conservative.
Do it yourself. I love it. You're not poor, dude. You got to offer $50 million.
Do it yourself.
You're not. Do it yourself. Start from the bottom. Do what Tim Pool did. But you know, people like to make fun of Tim Pool, but boy, he's fucking. You know, he's a multi-millionaire because he works like an animal. He works on Christmas. You know,
he is an animal.
He's an animal. You know,
not sure what type of an animal sometimes, but he's certainly a fucking animal.
I can't go like. Look. You know, I know Chris. You know, Chris Pool. His fucking brother works like an animal. An animal. That's why Tim's rich.
I'd love to know.
Why don't you do the same shit? And Tim took huge risks. You know, say what you want. If you don't like his content, you don't like him, you don't like his politics. I'm just saying, like, as a YouTuber, Tim's a hardworking maniac. You know.
Hey, bringing up Chris made me wonder, man. I'd love a fucking update on Reactor. Good
well,
God.
he's working. He's over there in West Virginia with Tim, and he's working for Tim
no
directly.
Shit.
Yeah.
Jamal, don't wake up.
I wrote him the other day. He answered.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but he didn't answer me back.
He was. Oh, he didn't answer.
Yeah, well, he answered me, and I wanted to get in a conversation and see how he's doing, but I don't know. He could be fucking busy. You know, he was never super chatty in Twitter DMs anyway.
But he's always cool though. You know?
I love Chris. I love Chris Poole. He's a great guy. And I'm glad that they got over their bullshit. Yeah.
I just like that one made the news and the other fakes the news. I like that. It's good stuff.
I don't know if I've ever said this publicly, but it's so old now it wouldn't matter, and they're back together. I would love to tell the story one day, the day that Tim Pool yelled at me in private.
Oh shit!
Oh, you don't know about that? I told you about that, didn't
I? Do I remember that story?
Yeah, it was during that whole thing. It was during that whole thing. Yeah, he got really mad at me. I don't think he trusted me to keep my mouth shut. No, I don't think he trusted me to like fucking handle the interview correctly. And he yelled. He was out of line too. I got to be honest with you, but he was emotional at the time, and it was fucking ridiculous. And I'll never reveal what the contents were, but it was. I remember sitting in a call with him, and he raised his voice, and I'm like, wow, this is so cool. like you can't intimidate me. I was in the army. Like you had nothing.
I'm being yelled at by Tim Pool.
I thought, wow, I get yelled at by Tim Pool.
This is fucking crazy.
Because I know, Tim's nice to me, and he's always been. But Chris is my friend, I always consider more. Chris is a closer friend. Not we're.
Hey Chris, why is your brother yelling at me? I thought we
I handled it really well. He kind of raised his voice. And by the way, he immediately apologized. But I just thought it was fucking funny. I'm never gonna say what the circumstances. If I tell you the story, it's offline. But yeah.
But all you in the chat can.
Yeah, I'll never release the details of what he yelled at me for, but it was fucking funny. I'm getting yelled at by Tim Pool. And it was like in the morning too, my time. So he must have been up all night.
Stewing about it, thinking about it.
He was mad. He apologized like immediately. It was pretty funny though. When I was doing my thing, but he was just about to explode. He probably says to us, I had Tommy C interviewing me. He thought he had me. I'm fucking multimillionaire now. Fuck him.
Who's laughing now, bitch?
He was laughing now. Yeah, it's funny. I watch Tim every day. I watch Jeremy every day. I pick a Jeremy, but I watch Tim every day. I love the podcast.
Was Tim just in some shit? I feel like he was just in a controversy last.
Yeah, with Kanye. The Kanye thing, yeah. I liked him. I think he's a little. Yeah, I don't agree with everything he said. I think it was pretty crazy to think that Alec Baldwin first degree murdered that lady. I think it's a little crazy. I mean, they told her it was. They handed him a hot fucking gun. I mean, what do you want? Tim Pool, Tommy, shut your mouth, or it is a civil war.
Ooh! Pick your pull.
Yeah. But I don't know. I'm really happy they're back together. And by the way, during that whole thing, I said to both of them, put down your guns. You're brothers. Yeah, and I'm glad that eventually happened.
Cooler heads prevailed.
Yeah. Well, it took a while, but it's cool. I also talked to Tim Pool's mom. You know that? Tim Pool yelled at you. Why? Sorry, your mic was peaking. What? Was it really?
Fuck you, JFA.
Fucking jerk off. Now why am I listening to him?
Just tell JFA to eat all kinds of dicks. That's what always works. Yeah. I'll give him a hat change though because we like your money.
Yeah. Shut up! I don't want to lose it. I don't want. I gotta be honest. I really hate listening to him.
We believe what we say. To uncouple, to divest, if you want to use that term, from big tech. Right? For the business models of the movement as we move forward, to not rely on playing ball with Facebook and with YouTube. That is something that we have to move toward. You know that we've been trying to do that here for years. That's why every single show we...
It doesn't sound like you sound like an insurance company, not a company. Like, you have to insure me if you... I don't know. Look, I don't know. I got to be honest with you. If you want to be a conservative commentator... And they're offering you that kind, like if you got like 500,000 subs or 100,000 subs, and you're making, why go to fucking any of these guys? Collab with them when you want to collab with them, and do that, And if they say, look, we're gonna give you a contract, but you're gonna have to drop a couple K if you get a strike, you say, no. How bad do you want me?
Yeah.
Because I'm making money now. I'm satisfied, but we could take you to the next level. Yeah, I could be playing. I could get a strike, and then I'm paying fines for strikes.
Sometimes you gotta Jerry Maguire that shit. Show me.
Yes.
Jamal,
it's called being an adult. Porn stars. Why is this F slur Silent Bob changing hats?
Shut up or I'll start crying, and nothing's worse than a fat man weeping like a fucking bitch with skin knee and
I'm
shit.
fatter than you. You're not fat anymore.
Say, hey, if you can
I
watch,
wouldn't say you're fat anymore.
You've been fatter than me for a long time, but
Yeah, well, fat a year and a half, 2 years.
watch on Rumble, please do so. We're not looking.
Really, I wouldn't say, I would not call you fat. I'm sure you got lots of skin down there.
oh God, man, you want to see it?
No.
You want to see it?
No. I said no.
Yeah, you do. Come on, I'll show you. I'll show you some skin I
Fucking
got.
put Jeff
Come on,
on in
man.
a finger snap.
I'll
Don't
take
you
my
dare.
shirt off.
I'll no.
Come on, man.
No.
It looks like I'm a half melted candle.
No.
I look like really bad linguine fucking glued together.
No.
Come on, Tommy. I got more fucking goddamn paper factory. Let's go, Tommy. Come on, man. Look at all the movement. Look at all the movement.
No.
All that movement. It's like 30 pounds of dead
I want
skin.
Jeff to take his
I'll
shirt
whip my
off. It's
shirt
nicer
off.
to
Let's
look
go.
at. Oh, if I'm putting Jeff, you're not
What are
doing that to me.
you putting the camera on me for?
Because you got a better body. Because you got a better body than
Traumatize
me.
people.
to be banned on YouTube, but at least we certainly won't compromise the truth in order to be advertiser friendly. Here's the thing, Daily Wire, Jeremy, and I really do hope that we can talk at some point. Please, you can pick up.
What do you mean? We can talk? You just fucking played a recording. You can never talk to you again. That's it. There's no talking. It's done. He would probably get fired for talking to you again.
Probably.
I'd fire him. You talk to that fucking Crowder shit and you're fucking fired.
The phone. We've done that.
Does that sound crazy?
No, not at all. That's completely in line.
No.
You're talking to somebody that you know is bad faith. You know is
What are you talking to him for? You moron.
Yeah.
We here have found a way to make that work. For proof, see election night, our numbers on Rumble there, and see the numbers on Rumble when we get suspended from YouTube. I think it was 4 times this last year. And I went to great lengths to communicate that to the people at Daily Wire.
Do it yourself. You found a hole in their fucking model. Take advantage of it. Make the money. Something tells me he's omitting something. Probably something on a level that I don't understand. Because he's on a high level of YouTube. I think he's going old school op. That's what I think. I'm sick of saying it. It just feels so obvious.
There can be no next me if the people at the top with the financial resources are doing the bidding. That's being the arm of big tech. What you just said is, well, we have to play ball with big tech if we want to make money. Well,
you kind of do because you're using their fucking platform.
I don't. Why don't you guys follow a model?
I don't. You do some stuff. I guarantee you. You say big fucking cunt pussy right off the bat. I'm sure you play a little ball. You know.
I mean, I don't run the same business you do or do it on the scale, but this is what I do. Why
Yeah,
don't
I
you
know.
listen
It's
to
so
me?
weird.
Fucking asshole.
And we're gonna record this conversation. That after this, I'm going to announce the world I'm not signing. I won't mention the company's name, but everybody knows who it is. And when they respond to it, he pulls out a tape. He's a liar. Yeah.
And don't worry, I'll make sure to use a cute little gimmick so people don't get as mad about it.
Yeah.
Fucking asshole.
I think the tape backfired though. I think a lot of people are really uncomfortable with the tape.
Like I have, and scale it. That's what I've been doing since 2014. You know that. Has been trying to make sure, which I thought we were all doing, that we can all flip the bird to silicon.
Isn't it weird that Jeremy Borning sounds like a guy on a phone call and fucking Steven Crowder sounds like he's doing a show?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, you notice that? His cadence. I have a show cadence. You do too.
Certainly,
You talk
absolutely.
very differently offline. Like the way
for the
your
most
highs
part.
and lows. I think everybody does to a certain extent.
I relax more. Like when I'm on show, I'm definitely more alert, so everything just kind of comes out a little more forceful.
Yeah.
When I'm off show and I can.
Yeah, but I think
more-
everybody's
you'll get
like
more
that.
this.
Everybody's like
Just
that.
kinda
Why
get more
does
like
Steven
That's
sound
the
like
difference.
he's doing a radio show with a phone call with a friend?
Yeah.
Why?
Almost like he's holding up a microphone to make sure he captures.
Well,
This is saying we need him, and you need to play ball.
And by the way, before some of you ask for this,
You do need him. You know where you never know. You'll never guess where Steven Crowder posted this video. YouTube.
I wonder.
This is getting to
You
be
know where to
kind of
put
a
your
joke.
shit.
You'll never guess. You'll never guess.
It's like I have nowhere to put. I really wish I had a platform to put my
funny,
stuff
right?
on. That would be so helpful. Asshole.
Right? It's too fucking funny.
I really
Look,
want to punch
there's
him,
all-
Tommy.
Yeah, he's not a good guy.
Always personal information on phone calls. And for the record, I've recorded 3 people on phone calls in my life.
That makes it worse.
Wait, what?
He's only recorded 3 people. He knows at some
Only
level.
3.
Only 3. But that sort of makes it
So,
worse because that means
What? Oh, God.
because that makes it look like it was a setup.
All
What's
3 are
that
involved with
3?
big tech.
Like he didn't say anything that there was that like he wasn't like man like wasn't like boy I hate these people that sign boy I hate young conservatives I'm just trying to get their money and steal it. By the way, F black people. It wasn't that fucking mind blowing, you know.
I hate big tech.
I hate big tech. Yeah, I can't wait to
Amongst other
fucking get
people.
in that season with Jicky Pussy if I had the opportunity. That's the gift that gives back. Multi-million-dollar pussy, Steven. Yeah. He didn't say anything like that. It would be great if he did.
We'd be having a much different show.
Something tells me Shapiro would have just fired him. you know.
Pretty quick.
Just to be clear, the entire call transcript has been sent to others to verify without hopefully having to release the whole thing. And I'll be on Tim Pool's show, I believe, on Monday to talk about it. Now, this is something else that's been brought to my attention.
I think Tim will question him. Like really, because he sounded on the fence. No, he sounded a little on the fence when he had kids. I think enough time's gone by where they can oversee this stuff. And also, given it, I think it's going to be a little difficult for him. Something I am predicting something. I want to say, I think he starts to squeak during the. I think he squeaks during Temple. I'm guessing
He'll recoil. He has.
I think he might.
Some of this is undefendable. If you come at him with a logical fucking standpoint of what he's actually saying and break it down to him, like how can he defend it?
Well, here's the thing: when he's asked, like, how did you know to record that? And if it's a big, long, drawn-out story, then I'm like, it's got to be like perfect. Like you can't even use the one that I would use. I record everybody across the board. Doesn't matter if it's that's the one. He said he only records 3 people. Everything's recorded at all times. I always do this. I've been doing this for years. But no, you can't even use that excuse. It's
unless
automatic.
he's only had 3 conversations with big tech in his life, yeah.
It's not even big
Which
tech.
I highly doubt.
Look, some people have been sent out from Daily Wire and have gotten very personal. Obviously, when we released this video, we didn't name names, and I told you there are a lot of people in the space who have made offers, and it is true.
I tell you, this is something I heard. He made a bunch of Jewish references when he didn't name names, so everybody knew what it was. That's I haven't heard that yet.
Interesting.
I haven't heard I haven't seen it with my own eyes or heard it with my own ears. But he made a lot of Shecky Sheckman type of. I don't think he said that deliberately. That's kind of anti-Semitic. I don't know if he did that deliberately. Yeah. But I heard it was of that vein.
He did do Shecky Sheckman.
Shecky Sheckman, Kike Kikeman.
Shecky Sheckman's not as bad as well. That's
what he said.
Maybe.
He went on and this Kike Kikeman offered me this Kike contract, and I told him to stick it up his Kike ass. You know, he didn't do that. He didn't do that.
Oh, wait.
Walk right up to the door, Dave, I swear.
Yeah, I don't know if you may have kicked that door in there, bud. I'm not sure.
You know I got
door's off the hinges, I
you actually
believe.
stole that from Jon Stewart. He used to
John. Well, he's Jewish.
Yeah. Well, he used to go on Stern and say, "I want to hear. Listen, how's Jewy Jew man think?" Or he loved Howard's Jew jokes. He thought they were really
Jewy
funny.
Jew man's always funny.
I like Howard's family Jewish jokes. They were funny. I thought they were really good.
good.
You know, they weren't like super hateful.
No,
I hate him.
It's hard to take Howard seriously. You know, now it's easy
now I can't
because
take
of
him
what he
serious at all.
does.
He's just an old man. He's worse than Imus. 10 times worse than Imus ever was.
You take him not seriously for different reasons now.
Yeah,
Isn't that funny?
Oh, he's ridiculous. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, God.
He's a fucking clutching mother.
Talk about sellout. Holy shit.
Oh man.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Protecting what he's got, that empire, baby. Fuck fart, man.
There are quite a few, and there are some others that have been pretty similar to this. This isn't an incredibly unique scenario, but there have been some good people out there too, and we're still talking with them. So I do know that some people from Daily Wire have come out, maybe been instructed to. I have no idea. I don't care. And they've gotten very personal. I don't want to do that. At least I didn't want to.
I didn't want to do that. I just want to record your calls and put them live. Like, what the fuck? Like, this whole thing is I'm above it. You know you're not.
I don't want to make it. I don't want to make it personal. But I'm going to
take it personal. I just record people like calls without their consent. Nothing personal.
I'm not gonna make this personal. I mean, I wasn't gonna.
He's such
Fuck
a
off.
phony.
Such a phony.
Fake. Someone tells me he's gonna get caught in a doozy on tomorrow. I think somebody's gonna get caught in a doozy. Yeah, you're one doozy away. You're one fucking. What did Edwin say? Like, all right, it did happen.
I'm sure Edwin said a lot.
Yeah, everybody said.
Stick it in. I don't
Kind of
know.
hurt.
But now it's sort of necessary for me to do so. So these are the only.
Fuck you, Nick. Woo!
The woo is the best part. Dude, play that again, please.
Play it again. Here we go.
Fuck you, Nick. Fuck you, Nick. Woo! How about that? Stick that up your ass.
Stick that up your ass.
It's like Ric Flair tried to cough.
Woo! Woo!
That is a great woo.
That's Ric Flair's final woo. When he dies, that'll be his final woo.
What was the context of that, Matt? Like he was.
That's when. I think that's when Nick kind of got him to like admit it.
Admit
like
that he had known that he was cheating. I forget what was the.
Admit that the threesome happened.
That the threesome took place.
If you ever caught in the blind,
yeah, that's right. If the threesome took place, then he couldn't possibly be a good husband. Got it. Okay. Yep. Yeah, I got it. Okay.
And there was knowledge because he was the participant.
Got it. Yeah, he was so good with his wife when I was with him, and he was really good to the girl we were trying to bang too. That wasn't his wife.
I'm sure. Woo! Yeah. One thing I know, great lover. Woo!
Nick would have been great.
Woo!
Tear it.
How about that? Stick that up your ass.
Stick that up your ass, Nick Dior.
Right up your ass.
Woo!
That's the sound you'll make.
That's really great. Nobody's allowed to use that clip of me.
It's been annexed.
Nobody's allowed to use that clip of me.
It's been Benoit. It's been Benoit.
Oh, Jesus. You mean it killed its family?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Personal things I will say about the people at Daily Wire. Andrew Klavan is one of my favorite people of all time.
But
he has an unbelievable skill to make you feel like the smartest guy in the room, even though I guarantee you he's smarter than you. There are very few people whose company I enjoy more than Andrew Klavan. Jordan Peterson is not only a friend, I would go to the wall for him. He's a guy who has changed the landscape of our country for the better. Can't say enough good things about him. Ben Shapiro is possibly the smartest person I know.
Sucking some dicks here.
That's as personal as I'll get. Now, here's the thing. Only after that final call, after negotiations had followed through, pleading on the side of principle and knowing...
You're pleading, you're demanding.
Yeah.
We heard the call, dude.
You're giving a plan.
You're giving him a plan. You're telling this is what needs to happen. And it was what needs to happen or else. That's what it turned into.
Or else. Yeah, well, yeah.
Who are you kidding? Well, he's not even that good at this.
No.
He
doesn't see his own pitfall.
I called this immediately. Well, I knew I smelled a rat, and then as soon as I saw it, I went right to Twitter. It's like, hey, everybody,
stupid.
This is bullshit. All right, I think I'm done. Well, I do want to look at I think I want to look at. Don't scare me there. Yeah, let me. I want to look at some of Shapiro's tweets. Tweets.
Yeah, be careful about what you show on screen, Tommy.
Shut up. How's she doing, by the way? I haven't even talked to her yet.
Very good. She's good. She's been updating on Instagram and stuff. She's doing well.
All right. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Did you hear she had breast cancer?
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, a little bit of it.
Those are very special boobies. They need to be saved.
Very special boobies.
Very special boobies. I've seen them.
You mother.
I've seen them up close. Well, my wife was in the room. That's why I saw them.
I love Kurt.
Jamal, don't wake up Connor.
West Side Joy. So when I say kike in the word episode, he goes, yeah, but it's on me. I say whatever I want.
You can't call it Jewish person.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he doesn't get that. He hasn't got that through his thick head, has he?
No.
I didn't call anybody. I didn't call anybody that. You're like, yeah, you dipshit. We told him that, didn't we?
Yes.
Okay.
But I don't. That might not be him.
It probably is.
Someone.
Oh, that's true. That could be somebody
All
pretending.
right, let's go to Mr. Ben Shapiro. Woo!
Woo!
Woo! I love that. It's nasty to attack my company and Daily Wire host as Big Con by lying about the meaning of the non-binding term sheet. It's despicable to plan weeks in advance to attack my best friend and your friend by setting up and secretly taping a phone call. Yeah, yeah. like this whole argument is like Daily Wire shady. You know?
Yeah, it is to the point of where
Wait,
he had to
he really dragged Ben Shapiro in it. Like, this is like YouTube drama.
He even tried to suck Ben's
shocking.
dick, and he still got him in there.
Woo!
Woo! He's the smartest man in the fucking room. Woo!
Woo!
Fucking asshole.
Setting up your secretly taping the call, all to grow your email list. Here's the timeline. Prior to October 5th, Steven's agents requested we send an offer. October 5th, we submit a non-binding agreement. So, basically, what do you think? November 2nd, Steven tells Jeremy he wants $30 million per year and asks us to send him a new offer, refusing to redline the term sheet. $30 million. Holy shit.
It's a spicy meatball right there.
November 4th, so I get a strike like once a year if I gotta give $100K. Yeah, for me, that's life-changing money. Yeah. On November 14th, we told Steven that we couldn't do that. He wants $30 million per year. On December 12th, Steven apparently registers stopbigcon.com. This is a plan, knowing he's how's he gonna explain that?
He can't. This is all calculated.
Yeah, he's knowingly leaving the Blaze, and we haven't provided him offer. That's another thing, Steve. Like, if you wanted to go back to the Blaze, everybody's gonna be like, "You're nuclear right now." Like, who knows who's gonna hire you?
No,
but I think that's the plan.
The
plan is to become the Blaze. The plan is to become the Daily Wire.
You know, what's pretty beautiful about that is he set that bridge ablaze.
You're right.
Fucking burnt to the ground.
So he's knowingly losing Blaze. He hasn't provided him an offer to his liking. Steven needed a plan. Attacking us was the plan. Yeah, that's kind of what I said, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the plan. Like, he's not going the other way, so it is about money. It is about money. It
lines it right up. You can.
I tell you something. It makes a lot more sense that this is about money than it makes sense that Steven Crowder is doing this for me.
You're right. For all of us.
It's just like, yeah. The people are fucked. I mean, I take people I think people try to turn things into like, that's a good guy, that's a bad guy. Like, things actually work like they do in the movies. I know something's up because it's not like that. It's in real life.
No, very rarely.
Good people
things
do
are nuanced,
bad things,
man.
And sometimes bad people do wonderful things. I've seen it both ways. So to make it like we're in the Avengers and they're in the fucking evil League of Mutants, you know, they got rid of that. Old X-Men, the Magneto called his group the Evil League of Mutants, right? They dropped that because it's kind of ridiculous because the evil mutants didn't really think they were evil.
No, it's perspective based.
Yeah, so that's
like when a bear eats a bunny, he doesn't think it's evil.
It's childish, and you can explain it to an idiot. Good, me good, you bad, me good, bad, good, bad. It's really simple. That's why drama's simple. You know, that's why I do it. I'm stupid. You know,
it works for us. It's easy. We can understand.
Yeah, I don't have to think. I'm not stupid. What am I going to do? Go to college, become a lawyer, become a established musician in classical music? Or am I going to just be an asshole on the internet? I think I'm taking the latter. You know, I can't do what Ben Shapiro did. Harvard graduate lawyer. I can't do that. I'm too stupid.
Nah, you were too busy playing fucking music in garages, man. What are you talking about? You were making that sweet art.
Yes.
You chose your path of creation.
Yes, I did. December 5th, Crowder announced he's leaving the Blaze. January 7th, Steven texts Jeremy in a friendly fashion to ask if they can talk. Steven calls Jeremy and so secretly tapes them on the 9th. So what he did, he went out there and he said so many things about them without naming them, but everybody knew it was them, and they respond to it. And then he turns around, I got to tape their liars. It really doesn't make them look like liars that bad, though.
No. It makes it look like
in fairness, we didn't provide the other context, but it just sounds like you're talking to a guy giving a job interview.
Yeah.
You know?
And it looks like you laid all the groundwork to make sure that if it didn't go your way, that you'd be able to put a nice little fucking on
Candace
the way
Owens said to him, if you had a problem with it, negotiate. You
right.
know? Yeah, like you're in a position to do that, unlike the young people you're trying to protect. The other thing Candace Owens says, and this is more in the drama, it's supposedly a well-known fact that he treats everybody around him. This is what she's saying. I had heard things through the grapevine prior to this, going back to 2017, and I'm just saying, I'm not confirming it, that he is an absolute bastard to people. Like he's not. He's not a fun person to be around. He's not friendly. He treats everybody like shit around him. I could totally buy that. But just because Candace always says it, who's got her own problems, especially, I mean, she got owned by Andy Worski, so
there you go. That's a good win.
That puts doubt in my mind already. But anyway, it doesn't mean she's lying either, though.
No.
It just, I don't know. It fits. It fits better. This means 96 days of the last between when he received the term sheet and when he had secretly taped Germany. And that means 36 days elapsed between when he decided to attack the Daily Wire and Germany by purchasing Stop Bitcoin and when he called Germany to tape him. So wait a minute.
To premeditate.
That's unbelievable. Once more, if you actually care about the supposed the horrific non-binding first offer team sheet offering $50 million for 4 years, Jeremy reads it line by line. So he wanted $30 million a year. So 50 for 4. What does that break down to? I'm so stupid.
Like 12.5.
You 10 a year, a little more than 10 a year.
12.5.
It's not too bad.
12. That's a good fucking amount of money right there.
Yeah.
You get a strike. I wouldn't worry about it. You know what I'd do? I'd pearl clutch. I'm like, Susan's trying to take me away. I'm going to Rumble for the week, you know. And then call your lawyer.
2.5. Or you know what? Why don't you do something proactive? Why don't you take that 2.5 and establish it as a fund for people that you were worried about this new policy possibly affecting in the future, therefore making yourself a fucking hero instead of a goddamn pearl-clutching bitch. But I don't know. That's action.
That makes sense again.
You know what it was? It probably wasn't. You know, he was probably expecting at least 20.
Even virtue signal that.
He was probably He was probably making just under 10 at Blaze. And he was probably like, "This now I want 30. I deserve 30. Blah blah blah. I'm taking all the hits." You know, he does take a lot of hits.
I take a lot of hits for 12.5. Just saying, juice feels worth
Once
the
more,
fucking
if you actually
squeeze.
care, because it's quite simple. Your show loses money, you lose money. It's how the capitalism works.
The doy.
You know,
lucky this isn't in the NFL where they'll cut you.
Yeah.
If you don't perform, they cut you. You have no more guaranteed money. You get no more money. They cut you. Bitch.
Yeah, but it's a little different than that, because imagine a referee that's not on the field that just kind of pulls up and says, and they can overrule the referees that are on the field and says, "Yeah, put that guy aside," and then you're punished.
Yeah, that's called New York.
Yeah.
New York does that now. New York literally does that now. They'll call in and go, "Hey, that guy looks wobbly. Get him off the fucking field." They override the referees. That's exactly what they do.
Well, unless it's
yeah, but that guy's a part of the show. You know what I mean? I'm talking about no. That's not a good metaphor. It's not a good metaphor because that guy his job is to find the wobbly guy. All right, I'm talking about a guy that has nothing to do with the system. Comes with other companies. That's the better metaphor.
Oh, Twitter. So Twitter.
Or really YouTube. Like Susan Wojcicki comes in and so this is boom. That's really what I'm making the metaphors are. You know, the wobbly guy that's his job. I mean,
well, amongst other things, but they do more than just that. But
you know who knows this? Steven Crowder, and this is why he has a piss off YouTube segment, which he deliberately does not say the things that will get him kicked off of YouTube. Yeah, he does. I mean, that's the thing. The idea that Crowder plays the game 100%. Doesn't play the game, and that's bullshit. Now, does he challenge YouTube? And they do need to challenge YouTube. And by the way, Ben, you got to probably try to figure out a way to protect your guys when they get strikes. I don't know if taking money away from your guys is the smartest thing to do. If there's some way around that, or you could mitigate that a bit, it seems like it's smarter. I mean, it sounds to me like you got to go into protection mode.
You're begging for a union.
Put that money into legal, or maybe the fine goes right to legal, so you can sue YouTube or something. I don't know.
When you put something like that in place, you're begging for people to rise up and
why sign? Like, why sign? Yeah. You're not gonna. It's gonna be hard to get because now that this is out, this is the way these contracts. And by the way, these contracts are like no different. They're still trash. Tfue tried to fight the power on this, and he did it a lot more honorably than Steven Crowder. Remember when Tfue fought back against FaZe? Because those contracts were redonkulous, right? You know, that's the way you're making him a wage slave. And I actually believed Tfue doing it for the people, and like I'm doing it than I ever believed Steven Crowder. Actually killed his career too.
Yeah.
You don't really hear about Tfue anymore. You hear Ninja more than you hear about Tfue.
I don't even hear Ninja anymore. Correct.
I hear Ninja every so often, every couple of weeks. He's still a legend, but no, he's definitely not the powerhouse he was. Piss off YouTube say was getting. He deliberately did not say these things to get him kicked off of YouTube. He directs people behind a paywall. He must be a shill or YouTube or something. Yeah, that's everybody's calling each other a shill. That's a new thing. So, yep, there we go. That's what I got. So, what do you think?
Pretty much it. I mean, I think it's fairly nailed there, especially if everything that Shapiro showed after to be true. If that timeline works, everything fits. This guy was making a move, trying to set something up, and he looks absolutely phony and full of shit for doing it.
I would agree with you, sir. I would agree. Jeff? Jeff?
The Bengals are up 17-7.
Shut the fuck up. You're not helping me. What's the matter with you?
Joe Burrow, fuck! Yeah.
What is it, the semifinal? What is the semifinal?
This winner of this goes to the what? AFC Championship game or just
AFC Championship. The Chiefs won yesterday, as did the Eagles.
I really want the Bills to lose.
Later on, you got the Cowboys and the 49ers.
All right.
Chris the Narc came and visited me yesterday, Tommy, so I really want him
I gotta watch
his
it.
Bills to lose.
Is he big dork?
We didn't do a stream actually. Another one of my friends came over.
Is he big dork in real life?
He's a huge dork, man.
Yeah.
A huge dork, but a really nice guy. Man, we had a good time.
A nice guy.
A lot of good stories. All fucking passionate.
I gave him a pretty good interview. You know that? I gave him a pretty good interview.
He's kind of like us, man. If you get him going, he just talks, and he's got stories for days.
I did notice that. I'm busting his nuts.
Yeah, he's a fun guy.
Were you able to convince him that he's gay?
Yeah. When I was fucking him in the ass, he was pretty convinced. Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah. That's the sound he made.
This works for me. You make that sound again. I love that sound. It's my favorite. All right, let's take some calls. We'll do Crowder for now and probably open up the phones if you guys want to call in. Midge, what's on your mind with the Crowder thing? Hello? Midge Bang? Ohio affiliate? Hello? You going to blow it?
Come on, Pussy Bang, let's go.
No, he doesn't have Wi-Fi in Ohio, so.
Yeah, I know. Yankees took it from me. People only coming over here, and like my granddaddy took the farm. I'm a Midwesterner. I'm a big fucker. Oh, Yankees, you took my farm. You took my granddaddy's farm.
He's deaf, kick him.
I fucking hate the Midwest. I fucking hate. I can only literally tolerate people.
I hate the Midwest.
I can only literally tolerate people that that live just outside of Chicago, like suburban or in Chicago. Everybody else can kiss my ass in Illinois.
They pretty much fucking suck.
I hate them.
I've lived on the West Coast. I've lived on the East Coast. I'll take either or.
My daddy came took his farm away. You ain't doing that, Yankee.
Hey, you know what? You motherfuckers on the coast rely on us people in the Midwest and the South. So fuck you.
Absolutely. I can absolutely. What do you want? Say something. You've been waiting for. You're such a fucking retard, Mr. Ohio.
Listen, I just want to say, all right, you've been saying Steven Crowder's from Ohio. Fuck you.
No, he's not. He's from Michigan. We looked it up. You retard. You don't even know where your celebrities are.
You said you wouldn't be like the type of person who lives in fucking Ohio, man. I heard you. All right.
What did I say? He does kind. Oh yeah, he does. He does strike me as Ohioan. Yeah.
Ohio is.
Well, I gotta be honest with you. Michigan's kind of Midwest to me.
It is Midwest, and it fucking sucks.
Yeah,
Ohio's
so he acts like a Midwesterner.
Right?
What a shock! Making himself a big fucking victim. What a shock! Yeah, you don't know what it's like, Yankee. So my grandpappy's farm, and you ain't foreclosing on the farm like you did to my great granddaddy.
We don't have farms, alright. We just have nothing.
Yeah.
Hey, Mitch, have you ever been to Japan?
No, I'm not.
You go to Japan.
I hate the Japs already, motherfucker.
Whoa!
Hey.
That went out. That took a fucking hard left.
I don't appreciate all you Yankees saying we're racist. It's not true. You have anything intelligent to talk about other than you know?
Yeah, I fucking hate Steven Crowder's cadence. I wish he talked normal.
He does.
Hey, your cadence.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah, but at least he does sound like a boo, but at least he sounds like a real person. I'll stick up for
He says 5 words per hour. Just talk faster. That's what I want.
Yeah, you Yankees
sounds
talk
like he was
talk
just
real
left it
fast,
for ice,
Yankee.
Tommy.
I can still hear you, Yankee. You're not gonna close on my farm just because you talk real fast.
I don't live in a farm. I live in a town.
They close the whole town. All the grocery stores closed because the Yankees they closed on the loan. Yankee. You know,
We don't even have accents, right?
you know what I'm doing? You know what I'm doing. First of all, I hated everybody from the Midwest in the Army. They were all weird. Second of all, my dad used to come home from trips, Teddy from Minnesota, and he said they always had like this apprehension, like you're out to get us, and my dad would be like, if we were out to get you, we couldn't make money together, stupid. I don't know, you took my granddaddy's farm back in 1924. You know, that was like the attitude he dealt with. So I used to think it was pretty funny because he used to make fun of the Midwesterners on the dinner table.
And 3 of the 4 people in besides you is Midwestern.
Ohio's the big, because that's like the beginning of the big West. So you're like the worst. You're like the middle sister, you know, because you're just on like nobody really can. They don't know if you're not quite East Coast, right? But you know, and you're not quite Midwest either. So you have like a Napoleon complex, and it makes you even more annoying than somebody like from Illinois, you know, who's in the Midwest, you know.
We Ohioans are ambitious people, right?
You're not ambitious at all. You do
2050,
bitches out. You're not very nice.
The fucking world.
You're not. You'd be like Jeremy. You talk
taking
like
over the
Jeremy.
world, right?
Hi, guys. Welcome to my YouTube video. Where's he from? Where's Jeremy from? Wisconsin. We take our time here in Wisconsin.
I'm too retarded to talk slower, right? I have to
You
talk
sound
very
pretty
fast.
retarded, too.
You do sound like you're missing a chromosome. This is true.
Yeah, you're very
how
nasally.
autism works. You have
You're
more
nasally.
chromosome.
You're more nasally than me, and that's saying something. Yeah, that's saying something. All right, get out of here.
Yeah, he's all nasal.
Go
He's
save
not
your
nasal.
granddaddy's farm. Bye.
Fucking shit.
Mm.
Wow, there was a lot of feedback on that call too.
That guy's voice was just like
like Midwestern.
Like a,
there's some new development
like
between Ben and Steven's Legal. Not sure if you've seen it yet. They're debating the sexualization of the queen. Go fuck yourself.
He's a literal mouth breather.
Like grinding glass in my ear, Matt.
Dude.
Why did that Queen M&M thing? I was embarrassed enough that I fucking took part of it like a year ago, and now it's like back. I'm like, what do you want me to do? I tapped out first day. I tapped out 365 days ago. On fucking
Now they drag the almond M&M
I
into
don't
it.
care. I didn't even listen to it. I didn't look at stupid. Somebody sent me. You know, I did an 8-hour Twitch stream today. Do you know that? Just talking on the games. I loved it. I had a great time doing it. Yeah, talking games, talking to the boys. You know, switching a lot of stuff. I played Mad Dog McCree for Wii. That's how bad that's. Nobody saw that. Nobody saw that coming.
No.
No.
Not even the creators of Mad Dog.
Yeah,
no.
You believe people are still playing that big shit bullshit game? Holy crap!
Like somebody's playing our game. It like pinged up because you had to come to the internet.
Oh my
Like, somebody's
God.
playing it.
Actually, I left it in retro. I didn't put it in its own section. All right, what do you want? Did I pull Alvin C. York in here?
It was pulling circuitry. There you go.
Thank you, Matt.
What do you want, circuitry?
I want to play devil's advocate for a bit.
Okay, go ahead.
Great.
All right, so I watched the entire Jeremy Boring video where he says our offer to Steven Crowder, and I watched the full 52-minute video.
Okay.
And at some part of it, Jeremy Boring says over the phone call that Steven says, I can guarantee you 350,000 new subscribers to the Daily Wire on day one.
Mm-hmm.
Now, 350,000 people subscribing to the Daily Wire, that's $99 per person.
Mm-hmm.
That's $34 million on day one.
Okay.
So to say that Steven Crowder is not worth $30 million.
So it is about money. And Steven Crowder's a liar.
Yeah, you kind of just helped out a little bit.
So it is about money.
Actually.
Yeah, that's that. You're making a good point. A
devil are you
point that it's all about money and not about the people.
We've been saying this from the fucking jump here, pal.
See what I'm saying, Circuitry? Like I don't know. Here's the thing, Circuitry. I don't know that you're wrong, but that's not how Steven Crowder's framing it. See what I mean?
I think you broke him.
Stunned in disbelief. Pow! Mind twisted.
What? My God.
You know the most I fucked up Circuitry. I'm not mad at you, by the way. I'm just like, you know, we're playing the game here.
No,
Yeah, I'm right. So shut up. No. I fucked some. We had this. I fucked somebody up worse than Circuitry like 100 times. It was in the Army. I'll tell you a quick story. All right. There was a woman when we were in where the fuck Fort Gordon. Okay. And they had this, I don't know, they had a lot, especially in the beginning, they had a lot of like stupid classes where they had civilians like lecture us, right? And the woman, she's a black woman, she was nice enough, and she just didn't pay attention to what she said. And she was telling us all that the Army cares about us, and they're gonna look out for us, this, that, and the other thing, and like we're all staring down the barrel of Iraq, you know? And a lot of these, like I remember this black kid stood up and he said, I don't know if I like the idea of being a number. And I'm thinking, well, you shouldn't have joined, asshole.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I don't think but she was kind of calming him down. And I forget what I said. I forget exactly what I said, but I made a comment, and I forget why. The Army has changed from the Vietnam era of our parents or something like that. And she said, no, it didn't, or something like that. The Army is the same way. And I, of course, went back and said, yes, it did. And I gave 6 examples, right? And it got a few ooh from the crowd, a little bit. And then she said, well, if he goes, you know, and then he said, you know, she said something. Well, you know, you talking to me that way, you know, a couple years back, you might have been in a lot worse position than you are now. And I said, yeah, see, the Army changed, and the whole place. I told you the story before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all the soldiers, and it was great because I was allowed to talk through that way because it was like they told you straight talk only. It was only with a civilian, and
she walked right into it.
Yeah, she walked right into it. So that's what happened to Circuitry just now.
That's
bitch. Yeah, I've done that a few times. You know who's really good at that? Nick.
Oh yeah. Oh God.
Nick's really good at that. So
Jesus Christ.
Do you want to defend? You want to defend him more, Circuitry?
I know. Part of me thinks this whole thing, like, part of my brain doesn't think this whole thing is real.
Yeah, he's a bad guy, dude. He's just a YouTuber. No.
No.
You've been listening to me for years. You've been listening to me for years. I told you what these guys are like behind the scenes. I've been telling you for years.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm saying that this whole thing is a work. Like,
from
not
both
just
sides?
between Steven Crowder.
Well,
I think everyone.
That would be if Ben Shapiro's going to work at this scale. That really shows how not serious a person he is. I wouldn't take them serious. I wouldn't take one thing they said serious going forward, especially in the realm of politics. That's it. Like that. Honestly, Circuitry. That sounds like wishful thinking on your part.
Why would Daily Wire participate in work for creating their own competition?
No point.
I think it's about exposing a contract at other companies like CNN or CBS.
Oh yeah.
Like I say, I'm grasping at straws, but at the same time,
I
don't believe. Let me finish. I don't believe that Steven Crowder would ruin a 10-year relationship between several people that he's known at the Daily Wire, including Jeremy Boring, Ben Shapiro.
How about
Ben Shapiro?
All right, I can tell you in like 3 syllables why you're wrong. $50 million.
He didn't take it.
That's like 6.
No, 6. Yeah, whatever. No. He wanted more. He wanted 30 a year.
He didn't want 50 over.
He wanted 50 over 4. He didn't take it. He didn't take. He wanted more. That's why he didn't take it. He wanted 30 a year, which maybe he's worth. Fuck if I know.
Absolutely.
You know,
but this is how he chose to fight that.
This is how he tried to fight back.
He chose to calculate over weeks to get his friends that he cares so much about into this rigmarole. That's calculated. Pal.
Your boy's fucking eye dubs. Think of that. Your boy's.
I don't know. I guess we can just agree to disagree.
I could blow you up too, and I could tell. I could blow you up and say you're refusing to grasp reality.
Yeah.
And what's right in front of your face, so you have to come up with some fucking fantasy situation to keep your worldview together.
I just want to see how this all plays out because it's still playing out. We've got weeks of this.
It'll play out whether you want to see it or not. What do you think he's gonna do? He's gonna come up with some zinger on fucking Tim Pool.
We still got Tim Pool tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you are. I literally can read your mind. Take it easy. Take it easy. Hold it on. You're fanboying. Don't be a fanboy. Have I taught you not to be a fanboy?
One more day.
First of all, I saw him live.
I don't care. I don't care at all. You're talking. I tried to teach you. I've raised you, right? I told you not to be a fanboy. I told you to think for yourself, and you're refusing to do it because you like him. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, let's circuitry. Did you try to get me to work with Crowder when we first met?
No.
Was that you? I was thinking that was you. Somebody did. Somebody did. Somebody was friends with Crowder, and then he was there. Like I guess they brought me up. And
Crowder.
Well, wasn't you? I thought it was you.
No, that's not
somebody
me.
tried to
maybe
get me.
Jeremy,
somebody claimed
maybe Jeremy from the quartering, but
no,
not
we're
me.
talking a fan. I don't talk to Jeremy 3 times in my life, right? You're dope. You know that?
Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus, circuitry. No, I somebody told me, if it's not you, it's not you, that they could get me in touch with Steven Crowder, and they really wanted me to do this.
Jamal,
and I can't. I always thought it was you. Gets proven wrong 4 times. Tommy, we can agree to disagree. I'm gonna
call it a draw.
I like. Yeah, we're gonna call it a draw. You're right. You're right, secretary. Take care, buddy. Bye. We'll call it a draw.
Yeah, you know what? The sky is red, but I'll agree to disagree.
I just pulled a new guy in. Trans tipsters here. Trans tipsters down here. I pulled the other guy, but yeah. Trans tipster down here.
When you get pulled in, do not click the green button that says join voice chat. It's just going to kick you.
Oh, that's what happened to those other people. Just kicked them out? Okay.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, what's up, man? How can I help you, trans tipster?
So I primed it up. Dave's gonna shake that fucking ass.
Yeah. When
I get that $205, motherfucker. Yeah.
$205. This motherfucker gonna shake his fucking ass.
Damn right I will.
You sure it won't break if you do that?
I'm gonna twerk it. Girls. I'm gonna twerk that shit. I'm gonna break that. I'm gonna shake my cakes.
Are you autistic, trans tipster?
Yes.
Let's see when the
broke
it goes by the speed of sound. Yeah.
Goes by the speed of the.
Are you autistic?
Yeah.
Yes. Hey, trans tipster, count the potato.
Okay, just checking. It's all right. It's my people.
Did you? Well, what trans tips was trying to say? Have you heard that this guy's been going around getting like small streamers to twerk for money?
Ghosty.
Yeah,
Ghosty's going around.
You and Salvo should go bowling.
But I'm priming it up, bro.
Are you pro or anti Salvo?
Salvo, I'm pro Salvo. I'm not gonna lie.
I figured. At least you're not a fake.
Are you from Ohio?
I'm not from Ohio, but I seen the Red Bar stream. He did shit on him. A lot of stuff is just like it's just like sex pest stuff. Like you can come back from it.
Yeah, you're probably right. I agree.
Yeah, you're 100% fine. You see like if you've seen some of his shorts that he's like living in like a residence. He's not living with his wife no more.
You think?
Sounds like his fucking problem.
Yeah, it's his problem. If you look at his shorts, he's not living with his wife no more. He's living in a residence. It's fine. It don't happen to us.
Yeah.
What happens when you get fucking caught up fucking texting like multiple girls?
Yeah, I know how it is. You know how it is?
We all know how it is.
You know how it is. Do you know? Have you ever been in that position before?
That's where I'm at right now. I was trying to do the fucking love phone.
What happened? What happened? Yesterday. Tell me what she do to you. Did you get caught? What happened?
I wanted to do the love phones with you guys yesterday.
You're gonna have I know. You got fucked up. He's gonna come on.
Now.
All right. You know what? I'll save the call. I'll save the call for you. Trans tipster, out of here. What's the
fucking hell?
Jeff's dog. Alvin, you're on. Alvin.
All right, sorry about that. My freaking Discord was crashing earlier.
All right, what do you got?
Woo! Well, first off, I think it's interesting that like one of the interesting points Crowder had was that relying on YouTube, not just YouTube ad rev, but just social media platforms ad rev to pay, like solely to pay your. It's not really about the fine that I think is the interesting part. It's the paying your employees through that part, because YouTube tomorrow could just say, okay, we're going to ban all Daily Wire persons, not just Crowder, and then you're up shit's creek with.
Yeah, but that's not what interests me about Crowder's framing this. He's exposing this. Don't do that. I used to get fucking clipped for that. Don't.
No. But another thing I thought was also another, like, because I got a couple of them. I wrote them down so I didn't forget.
Oh, Jesus. You autistic?
Yes, but, you know, who isn't on the internet?
Yeah, good point.
Another thing is that I think it's funny how everybody's making a big deal out of the record. Well, at least on the right, they're making a deal about the recording, because, like, we're talking about the same, like, group of people that, like, suck the dick of Project Veritas when they do all this decepting editing.
No, that's completely. It's false narrative, dude. He came to him as a buddy. I got news for you. If Dave did that to me, it'd be like, fuck off. And then if Dave did that to me, it's like, I'm calling you as a friend, and then goes public, goes, it's business. Like, fuck you.
Well, here's the counter offer, the counter thing I have to that. If he's such a great friend and you're such a great friend, like, why'd you lowball him so hard? So, like, if
because that's business. That's life. Well, you don't do your friends fucking favors when they're getting a job. You lowball everybody. Actually, the fact that they're lowballing him shows they're gonna lower, that they're pretty fair across the board.
I don't disagree.
Everybody gets lowballed. You got to. That's the trick of being a manager, own a company. How do I get these people to work there for the least amount of money possible? And I don't believe for a fucking second that Steven Crowder is doing this for the future. He's doing it for his future competition.
I don't disagree. Like, I think it's dumb as hell.
It's
like,
ridiculous.
I think the way he's going about this is, like, stupid. But the one thing that I thought was the last thing I will say is the thing I thought that, and this is just a personal, like, subjective opinion on it, but like, Candace Owens went on Tim Pool's thing to, like, speak towards the Daily.
I was
and
there.
And she went on this whole spiel about how Crowder hasn't done anything for, like, towards, like, the conservative movement as much as the Daily Wire has, which I think is complete bullshit, because the Daily Wire's done, like, 2 documentaries and the shitty Gina Carano movie that came out. Like, Crowder's not just done the Change My Mind stuff, but I remember back in the day when he went undercover to go at these Antifa rallies, and they got a bunch of Antifa people, like, arrested. that this happened, like,
it sounds like you know what you sound like. You know, you sound like a fucking Mexican and a black guy arguing who's a bigger victim in the United States. That's exactly what you sound like.
Well,
I'm more of a victim of the United States oppression. No, I'm more of a victim. And you're like, your thing is like, no, we did more. No, Ben did more. No, Steven did more. I don't know. And who cares? Like, I'm not even talking about what's her fucking face. I don't even know if she's right or wrong. I don't care. I really don't listen to her too much because she tried to start a doxing website.
Oh yeah, the children thing.
I do. But see, that has nothing to do like what you said. That has nothing to do with, like, the topic again. That's just her opinion. I found it interesting I found it more interesting that she said he's a dick, and everybody knows he's a dick, and not one person in Tim Pool's podcast said, "Hey, come on now." They all kind of like, he's a dick.
The funniest thing Crowder ever did was during the "He Will Not Divide Us" thing. He went to where the live stream was and did a Steven Crowder show right there.
That's pretty funny.
Like, at the live stream.
He's done some funny stuff. Showed up. He's done some funny stuff, but they're talking, what have you done more for the movement? It sounds like a bunch of religious kids.
I wasn't listening to a word this guy was saying.
All right. Thanks for the call, Alvin. Take care. Bye. All
right. Yeah, I wasn't listening to anything. I just wanted...
I don't know, but I don't know how much Crowder added, but you didn't add that much to this fucking show.
Oh my God. That fucking guy, dude. I was looking for a fucking
next time, you got to have balls to call here.
Christ. It's always bad when everybody goes quiet and the caller keeps talking.
I'm thinking about, like, what the fuck
like, we enjoyed it.
I'm thinking about, like, what the fuck does Candace Owens have to do with this? Well, Candace Owens said, like, how do you defend... No, notice nobody's really... like, except for Circuitry, who got his ass handed to him. Nobody's really going after what I'm saying, which I'm all for, by the way. Go for it. You know, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't care if I'm right, to be honest with you. Yeah.
By all means, continue to play devil's advocate. Oh, fucking assholes.
Yes. Yankee Rose. How are you? Yankee Rose?
You gotta unmute Mr. Rose.
Yankee Rose.
Too bad, so sad.
All right. We have to go to the after
Rickety
show, I guess.
stool. Rickety stool.
Yeah. Let's close. Let's close with Verse and do the after show. Verse.
Hey, I'm just here to play devil's advocate. What I really think for this whole Steven Crowder situation, I think it's kind of ridiculous, and it really paints a picture in the industry when you can't offer your friend $100 million. I don't know why he didn't do that. Ben has more than enough money. Why does the Daily Wire have to be so fucking greedy?
Yeah, I'll say.
And pay his friend $100 million. And clearly he's worth 350. If anything, it's a steal for the Daily Wire. That's still, a third of his actual gross income that he deserves.
So is your argument greedy Jews?
Well, I'm just saying there's people who wear tiny hats and they seem to make a lot more money. That's all I'm saying.
Does that hat rhyme with harmonica?
It may.
It may. I gotta be honest with you. I didn't see Steven. I did get the feeling he was trying to push that a little bit. Not with the stuff that we watched, but something else somebody that was telling me about, I should say. It's just kind of weird.
What? Well, no, Steven, he'd never play low.
Yeah, that would actually piss me off, I mean, I'm all about jokes and stuff, but like you're trying to say they're greedy. How much you want the Blaze is just a bigger ripoff? How much you want to bet that he was getting ripped off by the Blaze, and he's like, can't wait to go to the Daily Wire. Holy fuck, they're ripping me off too.
Fuck me there. Watch this, guys. I promise you, no dick and man.
Kidding me?
They're a business here too.
Massive disappointment.
And he reads the contract. He's like, wait a minute, there's a bigger dick in my ass here? What the fuck is that?
It probably isn't bigger. It's just not as small as he'd hoped.
Right. It's supposed to get smaller. It's supposed to get smaller. Finger size.
Yes. Yeah.
And the weird part is, too, I've only been listening to the show for maybe 20 minutes. Is how many autistic people came out of the woodworks when you're talking about Steven Crowder? Isn't that just the worst?
All the ones that called.
Yeah, because they're the ones they can convince that he's not pulling up.
Well, he
can go on and say, I just happened to record this, and then this website happened to be bought before I announced the big con thing, and this does look like my business model going forward, YouTube drama, but it's totally organic. Okay, you're right. I love Steven Crowder. Yeah,
more of an educational for the chat. Normally, when you play devil's advocate, it's purely theoretical, and definitely that last example of quote-unquote devil's advocate was actually in defense. You got pretty defensive after you were pointed to be wrong about 3 or 4 times, and then it ended with, well, we can just agree to disagree. That is not how you play devil's advocate. That means you actually have an opinion, but we're too scared to actually support your own opinion.
He's such a fan. I thought that was him. Somebody came to me and said they knew Steven. This is years ago. And they would have loved us to get together. And I remember looking at that guy's he's too big for me. He's not going to take me in, And then that's also the other part. Is I don't think he's funny. He's done some funny stunts. Change My Mind was really brilliant. I have to admit that. That's one of the great memes.
But
of all
the whole
time.
basis of that was the reactions, right? It wasn't him. Anybody could have done what
Ray
he was
Johnson.
Doing. It was just the original idea.
Remember when the George Floyd thing happened? He was like, "Yeah, I'm going to prove that's not a big deal. Here, come kneel on me." And he got into the position.
That was pretty funny. I'll give him that one too.
Exactly. Anybody can do that. It's the premise of what he's doing is what the interesting part is, which isn't even that interesting anymore.
Yeah.
You could put Smigel out there at a college campus and debate me why you know what I mean? That would be fucking
debate
hilarious.
Me on
Prove me one.
Legal.
Prove me one.
Prove this is not changed by it's called prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. See, you can't do it. You can't do it. You can't put like fucking Tommy C and Augie. They can't prove me wrong. What makes you think you can prove me wrong, master's degree motherfucker?
You go up an octave, you sound like Mike Tyson. You're good.
Yeah. He literally had the same
Prove me
speech
wrong.
pattern as
It's ludicrous.
This is ludicrous.
He's a fucking kid.
This is literally ludicrous. This is very. I guess I have changed. I'm not accosting you anymore.
I'm not accosting you anymore.
I'm not accosting you. I guess I have. I'm 48 years old. I'm not getting a fucking ring. Oh God, I love Mike Tyson.
He's back on
Greatest
that ego
moment in
trip.
Twitter
He gets all
history
fucking hyped.
was I wrote him as I used to hate your guts as a kid, but now I absolutely love you. And then he just wrote me back. He goes, "Thank you." And I felt like $1 million.
Wait, Mike Tyson did that?
Yes, he did. Go check. He does have one tweet to me. Yeah, Mike Tyson.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I really see. I was such a Holyfield guy. I hated his guts, and like I took his mental illness as being a bad dude. That's why I'm a little more careful with that, and probably overuse the mental illness excuse. I think he's a great dude. I don't think he raped any. I never even thought he raped anybody. I always thought that was bullshit.
I don't think he raped anybody that bad. Quotation.
No, that was no. I don't think he raped anybody.
Just a little rapins.
No, I don't think he raped anybody. I never believed it, even when I didn't like him.
It wasn't rape.
It wasn't rape.
Yeah, it wasn't rape.
It wasn't. He got
It was,
convicted of something he didn't do. Let me make it clear. So,
I found it. You said Mike Tyson, bro. I was not always a fan of yours, but boy, have you changed my mind of the last few years. Nothing but respect here. #TrueChamp. And he just replies, "Thank you."
Yeah,
he's a fascinating guy, and he's got one of the best second halves of a life I think anybody has ever fucking put in. It's really amazing.
You know what you think about Tyson's smart. He's actually a smart guy. He just has no education, and that lisp makes him sound stupid, and probably the fact that he was balls chemically crazy. But now he's one of the most introspective men and honest men that I've ever seen in my life.
Well, when you talk to pigeons for like 6-7 hours a day, they'll get you fucking asking questions deep down.
He still does that, I think, too, right?
Yeah, he does. Absolutely.
He must have some real peace there to it, or something like that.
And the funny thing is, it happened all at the same fucking time too. When the pigeon stuff got out in the show, he did Mike Tyson Mystery at the same time, which was a real fucking crazy show and totally something different. It's just like he's really
the one-man show too.
The one-man show that was before that. That was the one-man show. That was.
The story I heard about him. Who was the guy that started the Jizza from Wu-Tang Clan? It's a RZA. I forget which one.
What did he start?
Well, he was in an interview, and he was interviewing, like Mike Tyson came up, and I guess he gave up some kind of body language that he didn't really like him. He said, "What's the matter? You don't like Mike Tyson?" It's like, well, I'm pretty sure he robbed me and my mother when I was about 8 years old, and he was thinking he took my mother's chain. No, this is like deadly serious, right?
Shit,
so I
crazy.
think it was Vlad brought it up. So this is probably 30 some odd years after it happened, right? And DJ Vlad brought it up and said to Tyson, and he's like, is the RZA Jizz? I forget. And he said, well, they said that happened, and he's like, where's he from? And he's, yeah, I'm from that area. There's a very good chance that happened. And I tell you something, I can't replace the wife, but I really like to talk to his mother and apologize. I thought that was so manly.
It's such a good response to where's he from?
Where's he from? No, he's like, where's he from? Like he wanted to make sure they were from the same part of Brooklyn.
But you didn't have to answer that question. It's almost an admission, which is fucking.
Oh no, he
great.
didn't. No, he did admit it. He didn't admit it because he said, I don't remember, but it's a pretty good chance it's true.
It's awesome. I love that. That's a really
I know. Like nobody's like that. They don't make people like that. Nobody's that honest. And it's like 30 years ago, guys. He's like, I want to get in touch with him, and I want to make it right. Wow.
He's come full circle with everything. Yeah, I love that he's back in that fighting shape. He's able to be this new person that he still is.
That Triller fight that they were on was the most fun pay-per-view I've watched in years, and I watched it with Nick. It was one of the most fun I ever had. Any boxing event, any wrestling event, it was so much fun.
It was cool.
And we needed it during that time, too, because it was people all locked down. That was fucking great. Oh, what a show.
What can we imagine, Matt?
Never mind.
What? I'm sorry. What do you want, Matt?
No, I was just saying, could you
play your sound effects? Shut up.
Anyway, so
Oh, shit.
No, Rickety Stool
What were you saying? No, I'm serious this time. What were you saying?
Could you imagine?
I should have seen Mike in his prime.
Perfect timing.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I didn't do it. That was versus time.
You get robbed by Mike Tyson, and then you turn on the television and you see him like as the heavyweight champion. Could you imagine that?
Yeah, he'd be like, "Fuck you! I hope you lose your fight."
All that for that.
Yeah, I love Mike Tyson.
I rephrased it, asshole.
Yeah, you just wanted to get it over with.
Did you make it a little less racist? Would you?
I still love Evander though. I'm still a Evander guy. He still was my favorite like fighter back in the day. But Tyson is he's a little more interesting person. Evander is not.
Oh fuck yeah!
Yeah,
Evander
Evander's
Holyfield
not
could
sick,
barely
but he was
speak.
one of the greatest fighters ever lived. Evander Holyfield, and he kept boxing up him and Riddick Bowe and Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis when it was on its way out. So and all five of those guys are great fighters. So we were lucky to see him. So I just want to make that clear. Vander's still my favorite fighter. Tyson's one of my favorite entertainers.
Just a
right?
person. As
yeah,
a person,
entertainers.
he's
Yeah.
fucking
I mean, I find him like whatever the fuck Joe Rogan is. That's what Tyson is. Yeah. That's my whatever. Yeah, that's my Tyson. My favorite. Yeah, personality. It's one of my favorite personalities. He's an American treasure. It really is. He didn't rape that girl either. She raped him.
Just a little rape.
It was no rape. She lied. You know what he said? You know what he said in court? I asked her to come to my apartment. She came. I thought she wanted me to fuck her.
Yeah.
He said that in court, and I'm going, you ended up doing fucking 6 years.
Praise be to Allah.
Praise be to Allah. I'm gonna eat your pussy.
Praise to Allah. You ever told that guy he pissed him off? He said he was gonna come down there and fuck him in the ass.
Oh my god.
It's a
I'm
funny
gonna fuck you till you love me.
I mean,
Calls him
you
F-word.
love
Yeah,
me.
dude. Oh, what a class.
Did you see that
Come here,
guy
white
recently?
boy.
About a year ago, he was fucking with him on the airplane. He was like, "Look, I'm sitting next to Mike Tyson," and he fucking popped him. He popped him.
Hit someone on a fucking.
It's like
plane.
playing with a
Even
fucking
the-
live tiger or something.
The one
It's
guy
dangerous.
next to him is just like, I don't know if I'd do that if I was you.
Yeah.
He was drunk. and Tyson
That's Mike Tyson.
popped him. Tyson's lucky. If that was you or me, we'd have gone to jail. He got away with that because he was Mike Tyson.
Yep.
You know, but the guy deserved it either way.
Well, this is
Let's
what
get the
happened.
fuck
All
out
you
of here.
fuckers wanted him back in fighting form. Now he's fucking ill again.
I love it. This is the Mike
Yeah.
Tyson that I want. I feel like he's Professor Hulk at this point. You know, he's the master
He's not
of both
fighting again,
worlds.
though, is he?
He might.
I
He
think
was
so.
talking
He's thinking
about
about
it.
fighting.
He hasn't
he's
ruled it out.
interested.
Hey, the right
a while.
fight. I think he's still got another year or two where he can do it. He's what, like 55?
Riddick Bowe. Let's go.
That's the one
Finally.
I want. I want Riddick Bowe to get in there.
No. You don't want Riddick Bowe in the ring. You don't want.
I want him in shape and in the ring. That would be awesome.
No, you
You know,
don't.
they're from the same area.
He's got.
He's a psychopath.
He is Riddick Bowe has got really. He's really punch drunk, really bad. Like really bad. You don't want him in the ring. You know.
Now I
he's
definitely
done.
want him in the ring.
Yeah. By the way, I got a reply from him too. Or no, he follows me. Like Riddick Bowe follows me. I wish Tyson did. That'd be awesome. So how was the game? How's the game, Jeff?
What's the score, Jeffy?
17-7 with 9.5 minutes left in the third.
Let's go, Joe Burrow.
Let's go. All right, let's go. Fucking after show. Let's get the fuck out of here. All right, no problems today. Feels good. It's a long stream. Good stuff. Thank you much, everybody. Doing it after show right after this.
This is
See
the
ya.
almighty infinite, independent excellence. Devil fighting, rebel titan, we smoking alchemists. Fake identities, okay, you cool with Jason Bourne.
Scrubby, if you're out there, I need to talk to you terribly.
To catch a storm. I ain't never
Everybody tell
been
Scrubby I
lying,
need to
got
talk to you.
tired of niggas playing me.
Yeah.
Head in my legs like she bout to catch a pedigree. Chi-town, the king's home, slapping fives, black stones, 6 mile to danger zones. Bullets look like waffle cones. Folk affiliated to evolution of Machiavelli. Don't make me read them eagles to you like I'm Chip Kelly. They feel my struggle, I express it through my hip hop. I'm about to make it hard to breathe. Here's a headline.
Fuck you, Nick! Fuck you, Nick! Woo! How about that? Stick that up your ass.
Okay.